Hey there everyone, my name's Fam, and this is my playthrough of Pokémon LeafGreen Hardcore. You can find the rule set below, but the major ones are: if a Pokémon faints, it must be boxed, no items in battle, I can't overlevel the next gym leader's ace, as well as I'll only be bringing in the same amount of Pokémon that gym leader has, the game must be played on set mode, and finally, I'm allowing myself to catch any Pokémon. Normally I'd do a Nuzlocke, but I feel like in the earlier regions, you end up with a lot of the same Pokémon. Feel free to hit the like button and comment down below if you enjoy this style of challenge or what you'd like to see in the future. Let's get into it. We show up to Professor Oak's lab where our rival Nutmeg is patiently waiting. We get our choice of starter and I decide to go with Charmander and name him Melty. Melty has a modest nature which is plus special attack and minus attack, which is amazing for our little fire lizard. Nutmeg of course chooses Squirtle and hastily challenges us to a battle. Our new companion Melty makes quick work of Squirtle with a few scratches. Better have some bandages, Nutmeg. We decide to go flirt up Nutmeg's sister and she gives us her town map. Thanks, babe. Heading towards Viridian City, we pick up a new team member, Rattata, and name him Ruben since we realize we may need some sandwiches for the long adventure ahead. Ruben has the Guts ability. Amazing! With our two unstoppable experiments, I think we are ready to take on the Elite Four. So we head over to the west, but are rudely stopped by Nutmeg, who lectures us, even though he currently has a 0% win rate. After Melty and Ruben make quick work of his Pokemon, again, we head to the Elite Four, but are turned away by the guard, who doesn't recognize our 2-0 record as skilled. We make our way through Viridian Forest and arrive at our first gym battle with Brock. One of the nicest things about playing Gen 3 versions of Kanto over Gen 1 is that Melty learns Metal Claw at level 13, making this gym a breeze. Or so I thought. We lead off with Ruben, who, on the road just below, we got poisoned against a Weedle, activating his Guts ability. Brock leads with Geodude, which after a couple of Hyper Fangs and flinches, lives on just a little bit of health. Before finishing him off, we switch into Melty to prepare for his Onix in the hopes of avoiding a Rock Tomb. Melty launches off a couple of Metal Claws, getting an attack boost along the way, and finishing Onix off with a critical hit. That was pretty lucky considering he could have used Rock Tomb at any time to lower our speed and do super effective damage. For the future gyms, I may want to be at the level cap. With our first badge in hand, we head out towards our next challenge. On the way, Melty reaches level 16 and evolves into Charmeleon, who immediately incinerates James' Speedy Bugs. Sorry, Baker. With the upcoming gym leader having a fully evolved Starmie, I decide we should pick up another member, as Melty won't be the most useful. We run into a Nidoran with a rash nature, plus special attack and minus special defense, which is not bad considering the physical special split hasn't occurred in this gen, and Nidoqueen gets some amazing coverage moves. In the Pokemon Center just up ahead, a man offers us a Magikarp. I buy it in the hopes that Ruben will make something other than peanut butter jelly sandwiches. We make our way through Mount Moon with ease and come out the other side. While leveling for the next gym, Kix hits level 16 and evolves into Nidorina. We did pick up a Moonstone in Mount Moon, but evolving now will hinder moves we can learn, as well as give us a weakness in the upcoming gym, so we decide to hold off. We hear about a guy named Bill and head towards his house, thinking he may be the science guy. While crossing the bridge, Ruben hits level 20 and evolves into Raticate, who is a powerhouse at this point of the game. Against the next trainer, they have an Ekans, which poisons Ruben. Since we are approaching the level cap, I take this opportunity to go fight Misty with Guts active. We start the battle. Ruben one-shots her Staryu with Hyper Fang, then grows to level 21. I thought Quick Attack might be a 2-hit KO, but it wasn't. So I risked the miss here, but fortunately Ruben hits Hyper Fang and we win the second badge easily. With our second badge in hand, we turn our focus back to Bill Nye. Kix hits level 22, learning Bite, and we use one of the Moonstones we got back in Mount Moon to evolve her into a Nidoqueen. And she learns Body Slam, an 85 base power move. Nice! With our newly evolved Kix, our team is looking stacked. We arrive to find out that this is not the science guy we all remember, in fact, but just a dude cosplaying as a Clefairy. What a disappointment. Due to letting us down, he does give us a ticket for a cruise, though. I suppose he doesn't want to go on the cruise so he can hang out and practice his Clefairy cosplay? I finally fixed the amount of gym badges we have, catch up to a Team Rocket Thief who gets rolled by Melty, getting back the important Team 28 Dig. Instead of returning Dig to its owner, we go ahead and teach it to Kix, and with this we are set to sweep Lieutenant Surge's third gym. But before we do that, we have to attend that cruise we told Bill we would go to, where we run into Nutmeg, who stole from a seasick old man. We go rub the man's back and he gives us the HM for Cut, which is required to enter the third gym. Since Lieutenant Surge only has 3 Pokemon, I decide to drop Ruben and catch myself a Bellsprout named Cutter to teach him Cut in order to enter the gym. after playing around in some trash. Like seriously, how did this gym pass the health and safety check? We unlock the path forward and take on Lieutenant Surge. We lead with kicks and start off by using Dig to one-shot Voltorb. We plan on doing the same thing to his Pikachu, but he uses Double Team, and then again, and again. After a few misses, he quick attacks us, triggering Poison Point, so after missing another Dig, I start to use Bite to conserve PP on Dig and save time. Finally, we KO with a Bite and his Raichu comes out. We go for Dig, but he double teams. Thankfully we connect. On the next turn I know he's going to heal, so I go for the Body Slam, which does good damage. He quick attacks us, activating Poison Point again, so I burrow under the ground to deplete his HP, and after missing a couple more attacks, we finish him off thanks to Poison damage and hitting Bite. Wow, that was a frustrating one. It's going to be quite the journey to our next badge, so we head out and end up in Rock Tunnel, which I forgot to get Flash. Oh well, we've all played this game enough to just know how to get through it. After bumping our head on almost every wall in Rock Tunnel, we come out the other side and decide to check out Pokemon Tower, where we run into Nutmeg one more time. Most of the rival fights so far haven't even been close, but during this one I switch into kicks after Ruben is intimidated by Nutmeg's Growlithe, who he one-shots the next 3 members of his team. However, Wartortle comes out and actually gets us down to 1 HP with a water gun. That was close. Any point we could have got crit here and died. This is why you shouldn't watch YouTube while playing. Thankfully, we come out of that one unscathed. Unlike Nutmeg's Raticate. Oh lord, did we... sorry? After arriving in Celadon, the location of our 4th gym, we do some shopping, picking up some Evo Stones and a couple TMs for Ruben. We climb to the top of a building and grab ourselves an Eevee named Lilo before heading out to gamble at the game corner. We head on over to the illegal underground gambling ring. Where was this in BDSP? We buy 500 coins and hit the slots and almost immediately hit the jackpot, winning more coins. After spending far too many hours gambling away our money, we end up with a ton of coins, which we go and spend on a new Pokemon named Gotcha, a pincer, some held items, and new TMs. Huge power spike for the gang. Since we just got so many new things, I figure it's a good time to go over some of the movesets we are working with before we drop to our 3 Pokemon limit for the upcoming gym. First off, Ruben, who we taught Dig to, as well as Shadow Ball, because prior to Gen 4 all Ghost type moves are physical attacks. Next up we have Kix, who gained Flamethrower, a great coverage move for the upcoming gym. Then we have Melty, who didn't get anything, but gets Flamethrower shortly, so I didn't want to spend even more time in the game corner. Finally, our newly added Gotcha, we leveled up to the same as the other team members and gave him the Brick Break TM. Oh, and Cutter's still around, because we need Cut to access the 4th gym. For this next gym I've decided on Melty and Kix. We head on in and play peekaboo with the creepy old man outdoors, but he isn't phased at all. We reach Erica, who starts off with her level 29 Victory Bell, and we lead Melty. Melty fires off 2 Embers in order to KO, but not before getting hit by Stunspore. Next up is Tangrowth, but Melty handles that with 1 Ember. Finally her Vileplume. I try to fire off another Ember, but get paralyzed, so I switch into Kix, who takes Acid with ease. We let loose a Flamethrower here, which afterwards, I realized if I would have just equipped my Charcoal, would have been a 1-hit KO. She Stunspores us, then heals, but after being paralyzed, Kix gets off 1 more Flamethrower, gets the crit for the 1-hit KO, allowing us to claim the 4th gym badge. The level cap now jumps to 43, but this applies for the next 2 gyms, so we will have to be careful. We head to the Rocket HQ underneath the illegal underground gambling ring and hunt down their boss. We finally get to put our newest team member Gotcha to the test as we take on Giovansky, who then drops us the Sylph Scope. I wonder if Sylph Spectre designed this one himself. With the Sylph Scope in hand, we head back to the Pokemon Tower, and Ruben kills off some ghosts with his newly acquired Shadow Ball. We reach the top of the tower and meet a restless spirit who Ruben puts to rest and calms the spirit. We save some old man from a couple of rocket grunts, and then rewards us with the Pokeflute, giving us access to some of the newest areas. We head south playing our Pokeflute for sleeping Snorlax, then meet up with the fishing guru's brother, who gives us his Super Rod. The Super Rod. We make it to Fuchsia City, and are incredibly underleveled for the next gym leader, so we head to the Safari Zone, where we're going to catch a couple of new Pokemon. First up we encounter Execute and snag them. We nickname them Amnesio, and continue our safari adventure, grabbing some gold teeth and reaching the final house to win the HM for Surf. While leveling to take on Koga, we reach level 36 and Melty evolves into a Charizard finally. We teach him Fly and go home to try and catch our final team member. We fish up a Staryu, catch him, and name him Topper. Now just a little bit of training, and we will take on the 5th gym leader Koga. We get our new team members up to level 40, fighting against Ghastly in Pokemon Tower to maximize our special attack EVs. We then use our stones to evolve both Topper into Starmie, as well as Amnesio into Executor. Our team is looking great for Koga. We head to Saffron, pick up the TM for Psychic, and teach it to Topper. Koga uses 4 Pokemon, so we bring along Topper, Amnesio, Melty, and Kicks, but I'm doubtful we require more than Topper. We start off the fight with a Psychic, KOing his first Pokemon. You can guess what we do next. That's right, Psychic, but Muck survives on 1 HP. Koga goes for a heal and we miss due to Minimize, but we outspeed the following turn and kill him with Psychic thanks to the special defense drop from our first one. Then you can guess what we do next. That's right, 2 more Psychics and we claim the 5th gym badge. That might have been one of the easiest gym badges of all time. Thanks, Topper. The level cap doesn't change between the 5th and 6th gym leaders, so we head straight there. Actually, we take a pit stop to teach Gotcha Rock Slide in the Rock Tunnel. Then we head to the 6th gym. Oh, no, sorry. First we must go through the Sylph building, where we run into our rival Nutmeg. It's been a while. We start off by killing his lead Pidgeot, and then do some switching around and kill the rest of his team. We take the Warp Tile and then face off with Giovanni again, before receiving the Master Ball. It's been a while, as Ruben's just been chilling in our box making PBJ sandwiches, but it's time to put him to the test against Sabrina's gym. We head into the gym with Ruben, Melty, Amnesio, and Gotcha, fly through the Warp Tiles without fighting a single gym trainer, then challenge Sabrina. The battle starts off simple, Shadow Ball, followed by Shadow Ball, and we take out the first 2 Pokemon. Here I forgot Sabrina had a Venomoth, so I had to use Strength, which doesn't one-shot. If I had activated Guts before this, Strength would have been a one-shot, but I thought she only had Psychic types and Shadow Ball would have one-shot all of them. Anyways, we finish Venomoth off and Shadow Ball erase Alakazam to receive our 6th badge. With our new badge in hand, we have to head to Cinnabar Island, and upon arrival we find out the gym is locked, so we decide to check out the Haunted Mansion instead. We run into some burglars along the way, but manage to find the key, then prepare for the 7th gym. So I forgot to record the gym battle against Blaine, apparently, so here's an accurate description of the entire fight. Surf's up, guys. Smash that like button if you're enjoying so far. After shredding some waves in the 7th gym, I foolishly accept Bill's invite to the islands. We end up bullying some bikers, who are bullying some merchants. Anyways, let's just get back to the final gym, because I wonder who the gym leader could be. We reach the gym leader, and in a shocking twist of events, the final gym leader turns out to be... Topper might be a little too strong for these games. This battle isn't very interesting, other than I finally switched to level cap again mid-battle. I don't understand why they never gave him Rhydons, or made the Nidos his highest level Pokemon. But after just 5 serves, we earn the 8th badge, and the all-powerful Earthquake TM. Maybe now that guard will let us get past him and to the Pokemon League. Here I decide to make the Elite Four level cap Lorelei's highest Pokemon of 54 instead of Lance's 60, as the game has felt pretty easy so far. We run into our rival again, but defeat him with ease. That's right, fool, should have just let us in 20 hours ago and saved everyone some time. We reach the Pokemon League, make some final preparations, including getting Ruben poisoned. First up, Lorelei. We lead Gotcha and she sends out Dewgong. Gotcha hits a powerful Brick Break while Dewgong sets up the Hail. Next up is Cloyster, who literally only uses Protect. I go for Earthquake to set up the 2-hit KO, but Rock Slide does way less damage than I thought. So she heals up, and then a couple of Brick Breaks finish Cloyster off while we stall out the Hail. Next up is Slowbro, and I switch into Ruben, who gets hit hard by a Surf. I decide to switch out into Amnesio, as another attack would kill Ruben. I hit the Sleep Powder and then Giga Drain, setting Slowbro to a Sliver, who then goes down after one more Giga Drain. Her Ace Lapras comes out, so I decide to put it to sleep and set up a Leech Seed. A couple Giga Drains later, and Lapras goes down to Amnesio. Finally, she sends out Jinx, who puts us to sleep with a Lovely Kiss. Knowing she won't go for it again, I switch into Melty, who falls in love. I mean, who wouldn't? Lovely Kiss puts Melty to sleep, but I decide to try and get the wake up, knowing she can't hit me hard. After tanking a couple Ice Punches and not waking up, Topper comes out, and after waking from a Lovely Kiss, finishes Jinx off with a Surf. The next fight won't be nearly as difficult thanks to Bruno having a bad team and Topper being able to one-shot all of his Mons. He leads off with Onix, who gets killed by Surf. Then Hitmonchan and Hitmonlee get killed by Psychic, and Onix to another Surf. Finally, Machamp goes down to a Psychic, and we win the fight. I don't really understand why they didn't give Bruno a Primeape. I mean, it is another fighting type. Next up is Agatha, who could easily be swept by Topper. But I decide that Ruben has been busy making peanut butter sandwiches for the team as a sport, so I lead him and he kills Gengar with a Shadow Ball. Golbat comes out but goes down to 2 strengths as Ruben continues to dwindle to poison damage and an Air Cutter. Agatha sends out Arbok, so I take this chance to send in Topper, who finishes off the next 3 Pokemon with a Psychic each. Man, Topper is putting in some work this run. Next up is the final Elite Four member Lance, who leads with an Intimidate Gyarados. I lead Gotcha, whose Hyper Cutter nullifies the attack drop. We launch off 2 Rock Slides, taking 80 damage from Dragon Rages in the process to knock out his Gyarados. Assuming Aerodactyl will use a flying move to KO Gotchi, I switch into Topper and then hit back with Surf. Next up, we Ice Beam down his 2 Dragonair and got off a Recover while he sets up the Safeguard. Ice Beam is 4 times super effective against his Ace Dragonite, so I think it will be an easy one-shot. But Dragonite actually lives thanks to the level difference and its pseudo-legendary stats. Lenge's Dragonite retaliates with a ferocious Outrage. But thankfully in this game Dragon moves are special, so Topper lives at 56 HP and can finish him off with an Ice Beam next turn. Wow, we almost lost Topper. That was terrifying. Only one more trainer stands in our way and it's our rival Nutmeg. Let's do this. He leads Pidgeot and we start with Topper letting loose an Ice Beam that leaves him below 20%. Knowing he is going to heal, we launch another Ice Beam. This turn, I think he is going to heal again, so I go for Recover. But he actually switches into Arcanine? Did Nutmeg even go to training school? We pick up the free KO and out comes his Ace Blastoise at level 63. We switch in Ruben while he sets up the Rain. Not wanting anyone to take a Rain boosted Hydro Pump, I leave in Ruben and use Strength. Sadly, Ruben will no longer be able to make PBJ sandwiches for our team as he is knocked out. You will be missed, Ruben. I should have just sent in Amnesia. We send in Amnesio and try to put Blastoise to sleep. He hits us with a Hydro Pump that does just under half. It might be a roll, but I think we can live another, so I go for Giga Drain to gain some HP back, and actually get the crit KO. He goes back to his red health Pidgeot, so I switch into Melty, but he actually uses this turn to heal this time. Why did he switch in Arcanine earlier then? We 2-shot with Flamethrower and Rhydon comes in. Not wanting to take a rock type attack, we switch in Topper, who gets slowed, but is still faster on the next turn, and can kill with Surf. Executor comes in, we go back to Melty and kill with Flamethrower. His last Pokemon is his scariest Pokemon, Alakazam, but we let off a Flamethrower as he just sets up Reflect. He does realize I'm a special attacker, right? One more Flamethrower and it's over. We have won our hardcore playthrough of Pokémon LeafGreen. This challenge was fun and pretty easy, which was nice for my first video. If you enjoyed, please hit that subscribe button and leave a comment about what kind of videos you'd like to see in the future. I've been FaroFam, and remember, smiles go for miles.